So now I'm going to work in a journal with some of my pieces and show you how I would use them and incorporate them into a journal spread. These are a couple pages that I'm just not that thrilled with. So I am going to take some black paint . Kind of get rid of the images that I don't care for. And again, a lot of times when I work in my journal, I'm just practicing, you know, I'm not good at drawing, so, but it's still layers, and it looks really cool when you go back over it and block out places that maybe aren't thrilling you, and it just adds to the dimension and the story of the page. So I'm going to take some of these and I'm going to start deconstructing these again. And I'm going to do it in a quick fashion, not thinking too much. For the fabric, you'll probably need to give yourself a little cut. And I'm going to tear these into pretty small pieces because these pages are small. But already there's some interesting things happening that I like. So and then I'm literally just playing with the pieces and kind of putting them, arranging them into things that please me, but mostly it's just an emotional connection that I feel when something goes into a place like that. I just adore. And I would add a little bit more to get rid of that white. So that's going to go there, and then I think I will put some white marks there. And again, you know, I'm moving through my book too as I'm working, and there'll be places for all of these little bits and bobs that you end up making. So where I sewed on the sewing machine, it kind of keeps it together better, and so you end up with these cool frayed bits, which I really like. And if it feels too thick, you can always come in and like peel away some of the thickness. You'll end up with some other little pieces to work in. look at the backs too. We weren't as focused on the backs, and sometimes they have some really neat marks that are a little less intense. So I'm just going to go through and rip my pieces into little bits. Some of them I'm going to set aside that maybe feel plain to me or could use some extra marks. Again, check the backs because maybe that's not the case. So I'm seeing some pieces that maybe I would like to go back in and layer more on. So I'm going to make another separate pile for that. Yeah, another good technique to add some interest is to poke some holes. So maybe a piece that's a little plainer that this already has holes, so I'm going to just make them bigger. So that's interesting on both sides now. Okay, so let's see, finish this one. I'm just going back in and dipping those edges into the coffee so it's white. So now I have lots of little pieces to add into my journal.